cultural informatics. So I integrate Indian art and culture on the digital platform. We know that since last 4 decades almost, the technology becomes an integral part of our life. All our activities are based on the technologies, from the communications, from the banking, and every information that we generate today, most of them is in the digital format. So even for the Indian art and culture, if we will not make that available on the digital platform, it will be extremely difficult for the younger generation to get attracted towards the richness of this traditional knowledge. So keeping that in mind, this division was started. Initially we had a few multimedia projects that we thought. I'll give you the glimpse of some of them which we have completed. Some of them are still in pipeline. So hopefully with the time it will be completed. And I hope in the last 2 days you must know about the institution. The IGNC integrates the art with all its diverse dimensions to present the subject in its totality. And this integration is not possible in any other media except the digital technology. So for the integration of the Indian art or the outcome of the IGNC's activities, this is inevitable that without the digital integration it is not possible, because in any other media if you take either it's in the audio form or the video form or the text with the images, but the seamless integration is only possible in this digital platform. So if we talk of the digital scenario today, we generate majority of our data into the digital platform. We have a large manpower engaged in conversion of the analog material into the digital material. So and some of these data are for having the long-term relevance. We'll come into the when we discuss about the preservation of the digital data, the challenges which we face in the digital data, that will be described in detail. But it is true that if we have to make all the data which we are generating today in the digital platform, that is the born digital data, and also the converted data on a single click of mouse, then it is necessary to make all the data into a single database or single platform. We also know that now the devices are available, computers are available all across everywhere, and most of the users are using the mobile phones and the internet. So if we make the digital data, it is easily accessible to anyone, even in the remote location. We know that as per the World Economic Forum report, every day we are going to, into 2025, 463 exabyte of data. So we are generating each day 463 exabyte of data, and that is quite a huge. Also, most of the institutions who are involved in the digitization projects, they are based, their platforms are based on the selected institutions or the agencies platform. So the risk which is associated with these platforms are almost common. So if data at one platform is at risk, the data at the other is also at the risk, because the major players in developing the platform is very, very limited. We know why the digital technology is adopted for every activity today. Now the AI is here. So the main reason is the automation, the communication speed, better social interaction, multi-layered security of the data, quick access of information, and lossless duplication of the digital data. These are the few benefits of the digital technology, and why we are moving from the analog platform to the digital platform. Now, what the cultural informatics do? Here, the cultural informatics integrate the diverse cultural data with the information technology, so that they present the data, explore the data in its totality. So there is no isolation. That generally we have the approach of looking at temple or looking at data with with a definite expertise which we have. So for monuments, if the architects goes, they see the temple from the architecture point of view. If a sculptor go there, it sees the iconographies of the temple. If a ritual expert goes there, they see the temple as per the ritual aspects. But until unless we'll see all these together, we cannot comprehend a temple. So similarly, that is for the other parts also. And then the cultural informatics also aims at ensuring the continued accessibility of the data as well as the minimum guaranteed services in for a digital archive. So whatever we are creating today, how to ensure that this will be available for the long term is the another challenge which we have. So here in the cultural informatics, we have three parts. One is the content of the data, another is the technology, and then the end user or it's the presentation. And for that, to make the content accessible on the using the digital technology, we have to format the data into the requirements of the platform, and then for making it presentable to the end user, there is a need to have a human-computer interface so that the data can be easily comprehended or accessible. Coming to the more detail again in the same three parts, if you talk of the content, which includes the knowledge systems, these include the traditional art forms, textual art forms, and it also includes the performing art forms. All together create the domain of content. When we talk of the technology, it is the digital tools, it is the human-computer interface, research methodology, how we are going to present our content, innovative, and the entrepreneurship skills all comes as a part of the technology, and then finally the multimedia, where we are going to present the data into the end user. And when we talk of the content, it includes the manuscripts, books and the publications, that is the textual data, then the archaeological sites, the monuments, the performing arts, the music, dance and theatre, then there is the visual arts, the sculpture, painting, photography, oral traditions, rituals, fairs and festivals. So all these are the major components which includes the Indian art and culture.